Think you're part of the 7% Club? This video contains the full answers and explanations to our most watched 3% difficulty questions from Season 1. If you want to test yourself first, the short version with no answers is linked below. Let's see how many you actually get right.
Number 12.
Only 3% of people get this right. Who was the first woman to run a marathon officially? Was it A. Paula Radcliffe, B. Greta Waitz, C. Catherine Switzer, or D. Joan Benoit? Comment your answer below. It's not Joan Benoit, although she made history by winning the first ever women's Olympic marathon in 1984. Long before that moment, there was a landmark race that opened the door for women to participate officially. It's not Paula Radcliffe. She's one of the greatest marathon runners of all time and the former world record holder, but her career came decades after the first woman officially completed a marathon. She dominated the 2000s, not the early days of women's distance running. Think you're 7% Club material? Subscribe and prove it tomorrow. And it's not Greta Waitz, the legendary Norwegian runner who won the New York City Marathon 9 times. More than anyone in history, she helped popularize women's long-distance running, but she wasn't the first to do it officially. The correct answer is Catherine Switzer. In 1967, she became the first woman to officially run the Boston Marathon, entering under the name KV Switzer. During the race, an official even tried to physically stop her, but she pushed forward and finished, making history and opening the path for women's participation in distance running worldwide. Missed this one? Catch today's question. Links pinned in the comments.
Number 11.
Only 3% of people get this right. Who was the first person in space? Was it A. Neil Armstrong, B. Yuri Gagarin, C. Alan Shepard, or D. Valentina Tereshkova? Comment your answer below. It's not Neil Armstrong. Even though he's one of the most famous astronauts in history, Armstrong was the first person to walk on the moon, not the first person in space. His historic mission came years after humanity had already left Earth's atmosphere. It's not Valentina Tereshkova. She made history as the first woman in space, an incredible achievement on its own. But her flight happened after the very first human space mission had already taken place. Think you're 7% Club material? Subscribe and prove it tomorrow. And it's not Alan Shepard. Shepard was the first American in space, but his flight occurred weeks after the Soviet Union had already beaten the US to this milestone. He helped launch America's space program, but he wasn't the first overall. The correct answer is Yuri Gagarin. On April 12th, 1961, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human to travel into space, completing one full orbit around Earth aboard Vostok 1. His mission changed history forever and marked the beginning of human spaceflight. Missed this one? Catch today's question. Links pinned in the comments.
Number 10.
Only 3% of people get this right. Which country has the most islands? Is it A. Indonesia, B. the Philippines, C. Sweden, or D. Japan? Comment your answer below. It's not the Philippines. While the Philippines is made up of over 7,000 islands, it's still not the leader. Most people guess it because the islands are well known and densely populated, but the total count falls short of the top spot. It's not Japan. Japan is another strong guess due to its long island chain stretching across the Pacific. But despite having thousands of islands, it doesn't come close to the highest total worldwide. Think you're 7% Club material? Subscribe and prove it tomorrow. It's not Indonesia. This one surprises a lot of people because Indonesia is often taught as the world's largest archipelago. While it has more than 17,000 islands, that still isn't enough to claim first place. The correct answer is Sweden. Sweden holds the record with over 260,000 islands, many of them small, rocky, and uninhabited. Most are found along Sweden's coastline and lakes, making it the country with the most islands on Earth by a massive margin. Missed this one? Catch today's question. Links pinned in the comments.
Number 9.
Only 3% of people get this right. What type of wave is used in microwaves? Is it A, radio, B, gamma, C, infrared, or D, X-ray? Comment your answer below. It's not gamma waves. Those are the highest energy waves on the electromagnetic spectrum and are used in things like cancer treatment and radiation sterilization. They're far too powerful for everyday appliances and definitely not what your microwave uses. It's not X-rays. These are used for imaging inside the body and can pass through soft tissue. They have much higher energy than what's needed to heat food, and using them in a kitchen appliance would be extremely dangerous, so this isn't the right answer. Think you're 7% club material? Subscribe and prove it tomorrow. And it's not infrared waves. Infrared is the type of radiation emitted by heat lamps and used in remote controls. While infrared can warm surfaces, it doesn't penetrate food deeply enough to cook it evenly, so it's not what microwaves rely on. The correct answer is radio waves. Microwave ovens use a specific, higher frequency form of radio waves to excite water molecules inside your food. As the molecules vibrate faster, the food heats up from the inside out. This makes radio waves perfect for quick, efficient cooking, without the dangerous energy levels of X-rays or gamma rays. Missed this one? Catch today's question. Links pinned in the comments.
Number 8.
Only 3% of people get this right. Which plant has the largest floating leaf? Is it A, the mangrove, B, the water lily, C, the lotus, or D, the hyacinth? Comment your answer below. It's not the lotus. Though it's one of the most famous aquatic plants, known for its beauty and spiritual symbolism, its leaves are much smaller, only about 2 feet wide at most. It's not the mangrove. These incredible trees grow in coastal swamps and help prevent erosion by trapping sediment with their roots. They thrive in water, but they don't float. Their leaves stay above the surface. Think you're 7% club material? Subscribe and prove it tomorrow. And it's not the hyacinth. The water hyacinth does float, but its leaves are small and clustered, more known for their purple blooms than for size. The correct answer is the water lily, specifically the Victoria amazonica. Native to the Amazon River basin, this giant water lily has leaves that can reach up to 10 feet, 3 meters across, and support more than 65 pounds of weight. Its leaves are so large that Victorian explorers once claimed you could sit a baby on one, though we wouldn't recommend trying it. The plant's beauty and strength make it one of nature's true floating marvels. Missed this one? Catch today's question. Links pinned in the comments.
Number 7.
Only 3% of people get this right. Which TV series had a coffee shop called Central Perk? Was it A, The Office, B, Seinfeld, C, Friends, or D, How I Met Your Mother? Comment your answer below. It's not The Office. The characters spend most of their time at Dunder Mifflin or Chili's, not in a dedicated coffee shop. The show's humor comes from awkward workplace moments, not cozy cafe hangouts. So this one isn't the right answer. It's not Seinfeld. The gang usually meets at Monk's Cafe, a classic New York diner, not a coffee shop with a quirky name. They're always sitting in the booth debating life's small details, but Central Perk isn't part of their world. Think you're 7% club material? Subscribe and prove it tomorrow. And it's not How I Met Your Mother. That group spends most of their time at McLaren's Pub, not a coffee shop. It's where their major plot lines unfold, from breakups to legendary stories, but Central Perk never appears in the show. The correct answer is Friends. Central Perk is the iconic coffee shop where Rachel worked, the gang hung out, and countless episodes took place. With its orange couch, indie musicians, and constant caffeine, it became one of the most recognizable TV locations ever, practically a 7th cast member. Missed this one? Catch today's question. Links pinned in the comments.
Number 6.
Only 3% of people get this right. Which song first made Doja Cat go viral? Is it A, Say So, B, Moo, C, Woman, or D, Kiss Me More? Comment your answer below. It's not Say So. That song blew up worldwide on TikTok years later, turning her into a mainstream superstar. But her viral moment happened way before disco pop and sparkly music videos. It's not Woman. Even though it's one of her biggest hits today, especially for choreography trends, it came after she was already well known. This wasn't the track that introduced her to the internet. Think you're 7% club material? Subscribe and prove it tomorrow. And it's not Kiss Me More. Her Grammy-winning collab with SZA came when she was already an established artist. It dominated radio and TikTok, but it wasn't her first viral spark. The correct answer is Moo! Back in 2018, Doja Cat posted Moo as a joke, made with a green screen, memes, and her dressed in cow print singing, "Be, I'm a cow." The internet ate it up instantly, turning her into a viral sensation overnight. That silly, unexpected moment is what put her on the map long before the polished hits came. Missed this one? Catch today's question. Links pinned in the comments.
Number 5.
Only 3% of people get this right. Which singer is known as the Queen of Pop? Is it A, Madonna, B, Beyonce, C, Lady Gaga, or D, Britney Spears? Comment your answer below. It's not Britney Spears, dubbed the Princess of Pop. She ruled the late 90s and early 2000s charts, but came after the pioneer who defined the genre. It's not Beyonce. She's often called the Queen Bey and dominates the R&B and contemporary pop world, but her reign began long after the original Queen of Pop. And it's not Lady Gaga. She's the mother monster and known for her theatrical performances, but she's more of a pop innovator inspired by our real answer. The correct answer is Madonna. With over 300 million records sold and a career spanning 4 decades, she's earned her crown as the Queen of Pop, forever changing the sound, style, and power of pop music.
Number 4.
Only 3% of people get this right. Who developed the theory of general relativity? Is it A, Isaac Newton, B, Albert Einstein, C, Galileo Galilei, or D, Nikola Tesla? Comment your answer below. It's not Galileo Galilei, often called the father of modern science. Galileo pioneered telescopes, studied motion, and supported the idea that Earth orbits the sun. But his discoveries came centuries before relativity was even imagined. It's not Isaac Newton, although he was the first to describe gravity mathematically in the 1600s, he viewed it as a force acting between objects. His laws explained the motion of planets and falling apples perfectly, but couldn't account for what happens when things move at extreme speeds or near intense gravity. And it's not Nikola Tesla, though an electrical genius and inventor who revolutionized how we use energy. His work focused on alternating current, wireless transmission, and electromagnetism, not cosmic physics. The correct answer is Albert Einstein. In 1915, Einstein proposed that gravity isn't a pulling force at all. It's the warping of space-time caused by mass. Imagine a bowling ball on a trampoline. Smaller objects roll toward it, not because they're pulled, but because the surface itself curves. This theory explained things Newton couldn't, like the bending of light near stars and the expansion of the universe. Over a century later, Einstein's equations still guide modern physics, from black holes to GPS satellites.
Number 3.
Only 3% of people get this right. What is the capital of Kazakhstan? Is it A, Tashkent, B, Almaty, C, Astana, or D, Bishkek? Comment your answer below. It's not Almaty. Though it's the largest city in Kazakhstan and the country's financial hub, it's no longer the capital. It's not Tashkent, that's actually the capital of Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan's southern neighbor, and it's not Bishkek, that one's the capital of Kyrgyzstan, located further east. The correct answer is Astana. Formerly known as Nur-Sultan for a few years, the city was purpose-built to be Kazakhstan's capital, known for its futuristic skyline, extreme weather, and central location within the country.
Number 2.
Only 3% of people get this right. What is the longest river in the world? Is it A, the Mississippi, B, the Nile, C, the Yangtze, or D, the Amazon? Comment your answer below. It's not the Yangtze River. That's the longest river in Asia, flowing entirely through China for over 3,900 miles. It's a lifeline for millions, powering industry, culture, and the world's largest hydroelectric dam. But it's not the global record holder. It's not the Mississippi River. America's mighty waterway runs about 2,350 miles, linking 10 states and shaping U.S. history, but it's not even close to topping the global list. Think you're 7% club material? Subscribe and prove it tomorrow. And it's not the Nile, though it's long been taught as the world's longest, stretching about 4,135 miles through northeastern Africa. Recent studies suggest it may fall just short of our true record holder. Still, it's home to ancient civilizations and remains one of the most iconic rivers on Earth. The correct answer is the Amazon River. Winding through Brazil, Peru, and several other South American countries, the Amazon flows roughly 4,345 miles from the Andes Mountains to the Atlantic Ocean. It carries more water than the next 7 largest rivers combined and sustains the planet's largest rainforest, a vital ecosystem for the entire world. Missed this one? Catch today's question. Links pinned in the comments.
And number 1.
Only 3% of people get this right. What year did the Berlin Wall fall? Was it A, in 1987, B, in 1989, C, in 1991, or D, in 1993? Comment your answer below. It's not 1991, though that year is often associated with the collapse of the Soviet Union. The Berlin Wall had already fallen 2 years earlier. By 1991, Germany was reunified and the Soviet Union itself was dissolving. It's not 1987. That's when US President Ronald Reagan gave his famous speech at the Brandenburg Gate, saying, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." Those words became a rallying cry, but it would take 2 more years before it actually happened. And it's think you're 7% club material? Subscribe and prove it tomorrow. And it's not 1993. By then, the Berlin Wall was long gone, and Germany was already rebuilding as a united nation. In fact, the site where the wall once stood had begun transforming into a symbol of peace and unity. The correct answer is 1989. On November 9th, 1989, after 28 years of dividing East and West Berlin, the wall finally came down. What began as a mix-up in a press conference quickly turned into a flood of people crossing checkpoints and celebrating freedom. The fall of the Berlin Wall didn't just reunite a city, it united a country and changed the course of world history. Missed this one? Catch today's question. Links pinned in the comments. So, how many did you get right? Season 1 is officially complete, and Season 2 is on the way. New daily questions, new challenges, same goal. Join the 7% Club. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.